Hello and welcome to the University of New South Wales. My name's Daniel Mansfield and I'm joined with the Director of First Year, Jonathan Kress. We're here to tell you about first year mathematics at this university. So, first thing you might need to know is that there are two courses, Mathematics 1A and Higher Mathematics 1A. Jonathan, how should students decide between these two courses?
Well, the two courses have roughly the same material. There's a few extra topics in 1141, that's the higher course, but basically the same material. The main difference is that in Math 1141, the higher course, there's more abstraction and more emphasis on the underlying principles. And in Math 1131, there's going to be more examples and emphasis on the procedures and how you do these things. So really, the most important thing is your interest in mathematics. Is it in understanding the underlying foundations of it, and are you also very good at mathematics, and what do you want to do in the future? Probably your HSC mark at high school, if you did HSC in New South Wales, is a good indication of whether you have the right level. I'd say that maybe 175 in a combined Extension 1 and Extension 2 is sort of tipping point. Above that, you're probably better in 1141, and below that, maybe better in 1131. And that's perhaps also 145 out of 150 for just Extension 1. But the main thing is how keen you are to sort of delve into the mathematics more deeply or not.
Yeah, that's my experience as well. If someone is really good at maths and has done a lot of maths at high school and is really committed and keen to learning more maths at university, 1141 is the right subject for that student. And students who are either just not that interested in maths, just are doing the subject because it's a compulsory part of their course, 1131 is the subject for you. There's also something about students tend to make this decision based on some kind of perception of scaling. So maybe we can address that.
Some students think they're going to take Math 1131, the ordinary level course, to boost their mark. But the 1141 has in it in the exam has questions which are of a sort of a high distinction level, and you really need to be doing those questions in order to give yourself the best chance of getting a high distinction if that's what you're aiming for. So it's not the case that you will get a better mark overall by choosing Math 1131 over Math 1141.
Yeah, certainly a student who is really interested in math and really good at math will have a better opportunity to doing well in Math 1141 as opposed to Math 1131. On the other hand, being simply enrolled in 1141 is not automatically going to give you a good mark. You really need to perform well in those extension questions in the final exam to achieve that higher mark in 1141.
Yeah. And if you're not sure, you can enroll Math 1141 to begin with, and maybe after a week or two reassess how you feel about the course and change to Math 1131 at a later time. And also in second semester, there's a ordinary higher division between the courses, and students will often change between semesters after having experienced one semester in one of the courses.
Excellent.
Also, of course, you need to have a sort of basic level to do either of these things, and if you haven't done well in Extension 1, Extension 2, the details are in the course outline, then maybe you want to think about perhaps doing Math 1011, Fundamentals of Mathematics 1B, as a sort of like a bridging course, and start Math 1131 in semester 2. But if you're worried about this, perhaps it's best to come and seek advice from me or the first year office.
Yeah, and certainly you've got until the census date to decide which of these courses is right for you. Best if you do it in the first week or so, but if you are in 1131 and you feel, hey, I'm out of my depth, then perhaps doing the bridging course first and then doing 1131 in the next semester is a good option for you.
Okay, so what about this course? Well, there's algebra and calculus, and it's sort of divided between the two with lecture streams and tutorials in each of those. And there's also another part of the course on Maple computing. It's a computing part of the course. We use Maple, which is a sort of symbolic algebra package. You may not have heard of it, but it's like a really souped up calculator, really. But it's also a programming language. And we hear from employers that what they really want in graduates with mathematical skills is actually the ability to use that mathematics on a computer. So it's really important that we're teaching you how to actually use the mathematics you're learning in the setting of a computer. There's lots of different other packages like MATLAB and Mathematica and R, such that you might be using mathematical skills with, but they're all sort of fairly similar, and learning one is really a leg up to be able to use all of them. So it's really important to actually get into the Maple early and see how it can actually help you with understanding the course as well.
Yeah, and we have in this course two kind of ways you get exposed to Maple. One of them is through the online tutorials, which are a weekly Maple exercise. So you'll get these through Moodle, and it's really a gentle kind of introduction to showing you the syntax of this programming language called Maple in the context of the mathematics that you're learning in lectures and tutorials. So you'll see the same material from your lectures, but in a slightly different light with interactive graphics, and you'll actually be encouraged to do some of the exercises and really engage with the material.
But there's also the classroom tutorials where a tutor will be there who you can ask questions, and they'll explain things to you on a more sort of personal level. And so there's these two different types of tutorials, the online ones and the classroom ones, that complement each other with the two different styles.
Yeah, so you'll see concepts for the first time in your lecture, then you'll get some kind of exercise with these concepts in the Maple online tutorials, and then you'll be able to discuss it with a tutor in your classroom tutorials, and that's the way you get introduced to and master this material. And then once you've done it in your tutorials, you've got the exercise book to really get up to speed in making yourself proficient and mastering these concepts.
And that exercise book is in the course pack, isn't it? Where there's notes, actually, for algebra and calculus, extensive notes that are in the course pack. The course pack's available from the bookshop. You can also download it from Moodle. It's probably perhaps useful to have both. Some students might like the paper version, and certainly everybody probably likes to have the PDF as well. But that course pack contains the notes with all the problems and such like, and it contains notes on Maple. It contains also the course outline. The course outline is very important. There's a lot of useful administrative information in there that you really need to get your head around. So please make sure you read the course outline. There's also a book of past exams with solutions, so that's very popular.
Just on the course notes, this is a fantastic resource for first year mathematics because it contains exactly the content of the course, no more and no less. So perhaps you feel like you need a textbook. That's optional. Textbooks tend to contain additional or material to what we have in this course, or maybe they don't cover all the material we have in this course. The course notes, exactly the material in this course. No overlap, no extra stuff. So that is really the resource for the course.
Lecturers also provide their own slides as well, which and there's lecture recordings. So if you go onto Moodle, you'll find the lecturer slides and the lecture recordings. But of course, it's best to go to the actual lecture in person. It's a much better experience.
Good.
That's probably all we have to say, do you think?
Great, yeah. Welcome to UNSW, and we hope you enjoy your time here. Thank you.
How do you think that went?